Hello, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Hartwig's Tech World. Honestly, Bianca, I have to tell you, I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve this week. We are exactly 1 week away from the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and the entire industry is starting to shake with anticipation. It is that very special atmosphere in the air when you realize the big players are still holding their cards close to their chest, but the first leaks are already starting to seep through the cracks.
Hello, everyone. Well, Hartwig, I can certainly tell your pulse is probably higher than the download rate of your fiber optic connection. But let us be real for a second. Every year we hear that Barcelona will change everything. Usually it just ends up being more expensive phones with slightly better cameras. Do you actually have something substantial this time, or is this just the typical pre-conference fever?
Oh, it is different this time. We're not just talking about new hardware, we're talking about the very foundations of how our networks function. We have 5 topics today that go so deep they might even change the way we think about digital sovereignty in Europe. Let us start right away with the most political topic. The Big Four, meaning Deutsche Telekom, Orange, Telefonica, and Vodafone, have joined forces. They're planning an alliance for sovereign AI in Europe. The goal is to bring AI computing power directly to the edge of the network, which is known as edge computing.
Sovereign AI sounds like a great buzzword for the evening news, but explain it to me for normal people. What do I get out of it if telecom cooks up its own AI soup instead of just using the big models from the US?
It comes down to 2 things: latency and data privacy. If you ask an AI on your phone today, the request often travels across the Atlantic to a server in the US and back again. That takes milliseconds that you can actually feel. If the AI is sitting directly in the nearest cell tower, it reacts in near real time. And the best part for you, Bianca, the data never leaves the European legal area. Your private requests physically stay right here.
Okay, I will give you the privacy argument. I definitely prefer it if my voice commands don't end up on some server in Ohio, but is that even technically feasible? Do our cell towers have enough computing power to handle such gigantic models?
That is exactly the challenge. The telcos have to massively upgrade their hardware. We're talking about specialized AI accelerators being built into the base stations. It's a multi-billion-dollar investment, but they have to do it to avoid completely losing touch with companies like Google and Meta. It's a battle for the digital independence of Europe. Let us move on to something we all use every day: Wi-Fi. The IEEE released new details about Wi-Fi 8, also known as the 802.11bn standard. And hold on tight, speed isn't even the main focus this time.
What? A new standard that isn't faster? That's like a new Porsche that goes the same speed as the old one. Where's the progress in that, Hartwig?
The focus is on UHR, or ultra-high reliability. Engineers have realized that we don't even need more speed at home or in the office. Whether you browse at 2 or 4 gigabits per second doesn't make a difference when you're watching Netflix. But what you do notice is when the connection drops because your neighbor is also online. Wi-Fi 8 uses coordinated beamforming. This means multiple access points in the house communicate with each other to control signals so precisely that they no longer interfere with one another.
That actually sounds like real progress. So moving away from marketing talk about billions of megabits per second toward a connection that simply never drops. Especially in apartment buildings where 30 Wi-Fi networks are fighting over the same frequencies, that would be a blessing.
Exactly. It's about reliability in crowded environments. Wi-Fi 8 basically makes Wi-Fi as stable as a wired connection. For example, if you have an AI-supported smart home that relies on real-time reactions, Wi-Fi 8 is the technological basis for it. It's the rational choice of the tech world. We're going from the living room to the great outdoors. Elon Musk has accelerated the global rollout of the Starlink Mini. The thing is the size of a laptop and literally fits in a backpack.
I've seen the pictures. It looks almost cute compared to the old satellite dishes, but do people really need that? We have 5G everywhere. Even my iPhone 17 Pro Max finds a signal almost anywhere.
Think about your hikes or when we're out in remote areas. Cell service is often non-existent there. The Starlink Mini can be powered via USB-C power delivery. That means you just plug it into a powerful power bank and you have broadband internet in the middle of a desert or on top of a mountain. That's a game changer for digital nomads and emergency responders.
Okay, the power supply via USB-C is actually impressive, but isn't it extremely expensive? Starlink has always seemed more like a luxury hobby for people with too much money.
Prices are falling, but it remains a premium service. However, the catch is the mobility. You're no longer tied to a fixed location. It's total freedom. And internationally, this is currently the top topic on YouTube because it tears down the last bastions of dead zones. Now things get a bit nerdy but important. There is a war currently raging in Washington and Brussels over the 7 gigahertz band. It's about the future of 6G.
Oh dear, here come the frequencies again. Explain it to me quickly. Who is fighting who, and why should I care when I'm buttering my toast in the morning?
It's the mobile network operators fighting against tech giants like Google and Meta. The mobile operators want to reserve the 7 gigahertz band exclusively for the expansion of 6G to guarantee seamless high-speed internet for everyone. Google and Meta, on the other hand, want the band opened up for unlicensed Wi-Fi so that their glasses and gadgets work better indoors.
So it's a battle between mobile service outdoors and Wi-Fi indoors. If I understand correctly, it's about who controls the highway of the future.
Precisely. If the mobile operators lose, 6G could be much slower than hoped. If the tech giants lose, our home networks will soon hit their limits. It's a directional decision for the next decade. Whoever gets this frequency band determines the rules of the digital world of 2030. Finally, a real treat for all the Apple fans out there. There are massive leaks that Apple will use its own 5G modem for the first time in the upcoming iPhone 17e, which is the more affordable model coming next month.
Finally, how many years have we been talking about Apple wanting to break away from Qualcomm? But why are they starting with the budget model and not the flagship?
That's the classic Apple strategy. The iPhone 17e serves as a test field under real-world conditions. If the in-house modem works perfectly there, it will move into all the Pro models in the fall. The advantage for us users is that Apple can integrate the modem much deeper into the iPhone's chip. That saves space and, overall, a massive amount of energy. We're talking about an efficiency that could noticeably extend the standby time of your iPhone because the radio chip communicates much more intelligently with the processor.
That would be the most important reason for an upgrade for me. Nothing is more annoying than a battery that dies just because the phone is desperately searching for a signal. If Apple has that under control, I don't care who built the modem, as long as it works.
That is exactly the point. It's the final piece of the puzzle for Apple's total hardware control. They build the processor, the operating system, and now the radio chip. It doesn't get more integrated than that. So, those were our top 5 topics for today. You see, Bianca, the week was packed with things that will occupy us for a long time to come. Next week, we'll be sitting in Barcelona virtually and seeing which of these announcements actually get presented at the fair.
I'm excited, and I have to admit, the topics today were more interesting than I thought, especially the stable Wi-Fi and the energy-saving iPhone modem really caught my interest.
Then we come to the conclusion, as always, with my quote of the week, fitting for the Wi-Fi 8 standard. True strength is shown not in maximum speed, but in absolute reliability when it matters most.
Very well said. Take care out there, stay healthy, and above all, stay curious.
Until next time on Hartwig's Tech World. Bye!